pass as he popped it forward.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Liam Eichenberg, second-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On play action, Allen.
Open net is Waddle, complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Now Allen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, you know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
It reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Allen now on 3rd and goal. Caught on a slant. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Allen taking it himself, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Josh Allen with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Lawrence going to throw again.
And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Still 9 remaining on second down. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. Quick slant caught by Kirk. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Hey, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll try and run for it. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Right back to it. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Now Allen.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9, Allen.
He'll swing this out to Mostert.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he stopped immediately there.
Chad Muma brings him down on that one defensively.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. So Allen's going to look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 57 yards. On play action, Allen being chased out left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further from the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And this one is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for Miami, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play